Yeah, what a great opportunity to create value today with the way the copper markets are. There's a couple of things that you can look at. One is just the general interest that the public has now in the copper market and the copper metal as a critical metal. It's in demand around the world. And then, of course, tariffs have created a little bit of a dichotomy in the market. So U.S. prices are extremely high as they try to bring copper into the U.S. quickly. But at the end of the day, it's a really good time for the public to pay attention to what's happening with the copper market. So how does that translate into something for Cascade and its investors and shareholders? Well, it creates a lot more interest in our sector. It creates interest in assets that are in good jurisdictions like Canada. It looks at what the size of the deposits could be. So all of that translates into investment into the market and into companies like Cascade Copper. And it allows us to realize the potential of the projects that we have by getting that investor interest in and the money coming in the door. So we see that can really translate into more value in the company, a higher market capitalization, and therefore a higher stock price for everybody. Yeah, the recent results from Copper Plateau have really got us chomping at the bit, if you want to say that, to get on the ground and do more work there. And what our plans are, and we'll maybe talk about that a little bit later, but the plans are now to accelerate what we want to do at Copper Plateau, get on the ground, investigate some of these high-grade hits from surface, and do some drilling and some geophysics. So that's what's really got us keen to get on the ground to do work there. Yeah, Bendor, it's been in our portfolio for a number of years. It came in as we did our IPO on the market on the CSC back 2.5 years ago. And the interest has increased internally from inside our company because of the gold component that we see at Bendor. It's not a pure copper play. It's more of a gold system with copper associated with it. But what we've also found is that there's a fair amount of tungsten within that system as well. So it's a critical metal that's in demand now. So with the gold, with the copper, and now with the tungsten that we've realized is there, it makes it a really compelling story to start working on it, doing a little bit of historic compilation, doing some three-dimensional inversion modeling, and really get an idea of what's going on there. So that's why we've sort of brought it up a little bit in the priority list with our internal projects to really spend some time on it. Yeah, the location of our BC projects is really quite potentially very economic, if you want to put it that way. Economic at the stage of exploration. We don't have to get in a helicopter and go and fly and cost and spend a lot of money on drilling. We can drive up to our projects in southern BC. So near Pemberton with a couple of the projects, and one near Princeton Penticton. So really in the southern part of BC, great infrastructure. Like I said, we can drive to the projects. We can bring the drill right up and set it up right on the ground. So the cost is extremely low compared to some of the other ones in the Toodoggone, say, or the Golden Triangle in northern BC. So the other thing too is the accessibility to service providers, contractors, and so on. There's a plethora of all those people in that part of BC. So all in all, it's a great location on all of our projects there. Yeah, key milestones for 2026 really starts now. And what we're doing is we've just opened a private placement. We're taking in some flow through and some hard dollars. and maximum we're going to bring in is about 600,000. But what that does is that gives us the ability to get on the ground as soon as we can on 2 of our projects. One that we haven't mentioned yet is Centerfire in Ontario, and the other one would be Copper Plateau. And what we'd like to do there is really head towards a drilling program and get some drilling done on both of those projects in first half of 2026, and then see how the results come, and then move forward from there.